You're invited to our spring fairy party. And today we're going to make Philly fairy cakes. They are so special, and when decorated, they are just beautiful. The fairies are so excited to eat them, and you will be too. So come along, let's go to the fairy party. Hello, I'm Lady Nann, the grandmother fairy, and I want to welcome you to my fairy party today. I'm so glad you're with us. We are going to have so much fun. We're going to make our own wings and wands. And then I'm going to show you how to make fairy treats. And then we're going to have a fairy story. And then we'll have our little bags that you will each receive to go through the garden and find all the hidden fairy treasures. But first, I want to tell you how I became Lady Nann, the grandmother fairy. I do have 32 little grandchildren fairies already. But before that, I was made an official grandmother fairy, and they crowned me Lady Nann when I was in England. So let's see where that happened. The fairies started in the land across the sea from America and in England and Scotland and Ireland. But right here in the center of the Irish Sea is a little island called the Isle of Man. On that island there is a fairy bridge, and it's named Fairy Bridge. And when you cross the fairy bridge, you must say, "Hello, fairies." And if you don't, some of them get very angry and stomp their feet and are just hurt that you did not say hello to them when you pass their bridge. But if you do say, "Hello, fairies," if you listen very carefully out the window, you can hear them say, "Hello." But you have to listen carefully. Well, this is where I was, and I decided if I could find the fairies. And there's a big tree by the fairy bridge, and people put their wishes on it. And I decided I wanted to see if I could just see the fairies. So I went into the glen, and that's what it is. It's beautiful and green and mossy and lots of trees and flowers. And I sat there very quietly and looked between the flowers and even by the butterflies. And sure enough, I saw these little fluttery wings. And I told them my name was Nancy and that I was visiting to see if I could see the fairies. We got to be very good friends, and they gave me my own fairy dust that I could make other fairies out of the sweet little children that I knew. So they named me Lady Nann, the grandmother fairy, and that's how I got my name, and that is where the fairies started. But they have come over here, and if you look very carefully in the forest and in the glens and in the meadows and listen very quietly, you might have them visit you too. So let's now go on to see what kind of things they eat. The first thing, fairies love fairy cakes. And do you know, you can make them yourself with a cake mix, and you can have your mother buy that at the store. And this is all you need to do. Put a half a cup of cake mix in a little bowl. And then you're going to add just 1/3 cup of water. And we're going to mix this really well till it's all mixed and it's all smooth. And now we put them in our little fairy cups. And you can tell Mom that she can buy these at any discount store or variety store. They're like little tiny nut cups. And you need to understand, the fairies eat very small things, so they can't be large. We're going to put them in these little cups, and we're going to put them on a plate. And then what is so exciting is you can put them in the microwave, and I bet your mother will let you help do these. And they are so fun. So we fill up our little cups and we'll put them in the microwave. Our little fairy cakes are out of the oven, and aren't they darling? So now we're going to frost them with a very, very special frosting, and it's made with Philadelphia cream cheese, and that's why this is so special. Fairies love cream cheese, and especially on their little fairy cakes. So I'm going to make this now, and let's see how we do it. Put your cream cheese in a bowl and slightly mix it up. Then we're going to add powdered sugar. And this makes it really sweet and delicious. And we keep mixing this up. Doesn't this look smooth and creamy? And it is, thanks to Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese. Now we want to frost our little fairy cakes. And we put them on, and I should say we put flavoring in here. Any clear flavoring you'd like. But we put both vanilla and almond in it, so it tastes so good. Now we're just spreading this all over till it's all smooth and pretty. Now we're going to sprinkle these with some purple sprinkles that you can have your mom get at the grocery store. And these are so pretty. It gives it sparkle. The fairies love them. We have our sprinkles on these, and now we're adding a little flour. And I like the little purple flowers because it matches my dress. But you can use any color that you'd like. And then we're going to put a ribbon on each one. As you can see, I've tied little bows. These are little purple bows to go with the purple flower and with the purple sprinkles on each one. And aren't those precious and sweet? Now I'm going to add a little pedestal with my plate and put flowers right in the center. But you could even put more cakes on that if you'd like, so you'd have it as two-tiered. Now, whenever you make any kind of fairy treats, the fairies like little tiny bites. So if you have brownies, you cut them in little tiny 3/4 inch squares. Or you can even go to the grocery store and get little Ritz Bits. They love Ritz Bits. And they also love Dibs, those cute little tiny ice creams. But they melt, and so you have to watch that and serve them swift. But these are so pretty, and everyone will like them, and you're welcome to have one here at my party. Now we will have a fairy story, and then we are going to take our wings and wands that we just learned to make and fly through the garden so you can find your hidden treasures that the fairies have hid for you. Thank you for coming to my party. It's been so fun to have you. And I hope you'll have your mother buy Philadelphia cream cheese, because I bet your mother is one of the real women of Philadelphia, just like Paula Deen and Equal, and of course Kraft. These cute little cakes are called Philly Fairy Cakes, and I hope that you will have your mother make them and you help her. My name is Lady Nann, the Grandmother Fairy, and thank you for coming and being with me, and I hope to see you again soon.